Today, we're going from broke to billionaire in LEGO Fortnite Brick Life by trying all 16 jobs that are currently available in the game and building the ritziest mansion money can buy. But before we dive in, I'd like to say thank you to the LEGO group for sponsoring this video, and if you haven't already, make sure to check out my Odyssey video to see my amazing playthrough of LEGO Fortnite Odyssey, where I take on the Storm King. And now, Brick Life. Welcome to Brick Bay. We have a huge map to explore, tons of jobs to try, and we're gonna need to earn enough money to buy the best house in the game. So let's get started on our first job as a tour guide. All I have to do here is talk to 3 people, and I found Pepperoni from the OG LEGO Islands game. So that earned me $500, and that was pretty easy. Initially, I didn't really have a game plan, so when I found this cat cafe, I became entirely preoccupied, and so then when I came back into the game the next day, not only had I already racked up 13,000 credits, but the entire map was decorated for the holidays. This game just got its first update within 1 week of launching. That's crazy. And so is the fact that this dude just took off with my car. Hey, that's my car. Fortunately, it's 9 a.m., so that means the stonks are open, which means we get to trade our precious time for money, boyos. I picked the trending job at the Durr Burger working as a line cook. It took a minute to get the text, but my first job was to cook up some grub and serve it, and that banked me $2,000. I took a little break outside, and I think someone crashed into this portable toilet. It did get me thinking, however, if I can earn $2K flipping burgers, how much can I make in finance? I ran over to the bank, and I was told to grab a money bag from the ATM, but this only earned me $500, and I need to make money fast. I ran up to the top of the bank and I found this little entrance into a vault where I snagged 520 credits off the cart. Yeah, not entirely sure if that was ethical, but I saw somebody else do it. I think you can only do this every few minutes though, so it was time to move on. I completed a few more tasks like using a computer, delivering money to Midas, and then I got the alert for new trending jobs. Apparently you can get paid to be an academy student. I drove as fast as I could, got into a car accident, and proceeded to spend almost all day searching for the dang teacher. Like seriously, getting lost and missing class was my worst nightmare. Finally, I found Isabella, and all I had to do was present to an empty classroom. Like how easy is that? I collected my money, and it was already 5 p.m., which means stonks are unfortunately closed. And that means all the jobs go back down to minimum wage of 500 credits. Lesson number 1, work a 9 to 5, kids. I found out you can claim a lot inside one of these skyscrapers. I went inside this building and took the elevator all the way to the top and found a vacant lot. I can build on top of a skyscraper. I claimed a lot for 1,000 credits and went shopping for the most expensive house, which happens to be the A-lister only skyscraper top floor penthouse. To contrast that, I got this free shack for a semi-homeless person. It doesn't even have a bed, and this is our starting point, which means goal number 1 has been clearly defined for us. Earn 50,000 credits. Time to get to work. I ran to the cat cafe and talked to Summer. She told me to refill 3 cat food bowls, which was my pleasure. I even found Churro hiding underneath the stairs, which is an Easter egg in the game. I must have gotten too preoccupied with those cats again though, because it was already nighttime. So I took myself to the beach, reflected upon my day, and then I had a solo light stick rave on the stage until I decided to go to a real rave on the rooftop. Everyone was doing the kitty dance with me. They loved my dancing and my scooter remote, obviously, so much that they even paid me to DJ for the rest of the party. I got free glow sticks. It was awesome, but it was also time for me to drop out because I had a little after-hours side deal to make here with Drift. You see, he owns the streets, and I told him I was making a reputation for myself. So he told me to come race in front of Wheels and Deals for pink slips. That was a Fast and Furious reference. You can't actually win somebody's car by racing, but I wish you could. I drove to the starting line, almost got hit, and then a super fast bike took off in front of me. Even though I drove this course basically perfectly, I got second, so we'll be back. I felt like taking my anger out, so I headed over to the gym to meet Meowscles, and after proving to him that I had what it took to be the best, he hired me and told me to clean some equipment. It was stinky. I did not like stinky equipment, so I quit and went to an even stinkier place, Robo Sushi. Hi, what's your name? I'm gonna become a sushi chef. I like Thuthi. So I went inside, talked to this adorable kitten robot, and Kid hired me. I grabbed some tuna and whipped up a sushi roll, and then proceeded to eat all the food on the conveyor belt while I was on the job. That was until I got a text that my city stipend was ready to be picked up. I went to an ATM and pulled out 1,000 credits for free. It also gives you 50 credits every time you pull out a money bag, and you can just continue to do this in between jobs. The breakdown is every hour in the game is 1 minute in real life, and you get jobs every 2 hours in the game. So you can just play around, or I guess rob ATMs for 2 minutes minutes in between jobs. Once I had mastered all the jobs at the Robo Sushi, I headed over to Bobum's Milk Tea and literally just drank boba tea for like 10 minutes straight until she finally gave me a job to make one boba tea with pearls, and guess what I did with it after I made it? Basically, Halsey and I are besties, but I wanted to try another job, so I headed over to the cinema, but I told her I'd come back. Colonel Poppy told me to pick up trash, kid. I headed inside the cinema and I only needed to collect 5 bags, but I just picked up all the trash anyway because I'm a good person. But then there was like nowhere to throw it out, which really bothered me, and I had to walk all the way over here to find a dumpster, so I went back to Halsey to drink more bubble tea and talk about my trauma. I also learned that the arcade, chairs, and this hotel all the way over here are closed, so you can't actually work there. Yet. It looks like there are more jobs in the works and even a secret building being guarded by Agent Jonesy. There's just so much potential for this game, and I feel like it's just getting started. But we still have 6 more jobs to find. So I checked the last place on the map, which is the Trot Lot. And Roan here, who's an actual minifigure from a CMF line, hired me to refill the feed troughs several times throughout the night. I searched and searched for the last few job titles because I was so close to reaching my goal of 50,000 credits, and I knew I'd still need to make more because I'll have to buy furniture too, and maybe even a vacation house after doing all this work. Finally, the stable hand became a trending job, and I mucked out stables all day long to maximize profit. Which begs the question, how many hours in real life does it take to earn 50,000 credits? Well, you can do about 4 jobs during peak hours, which will earn 8,000 credits. Then you can do another 8 jobs for the remaining time in a day for a total of 4,000. So each 20-minute period, which is a day, you can earn 12,000 credits. In other words, for every real-life hour that you spend, you can potentially earn 36,000 credits in the game. And that comes out to about an hour and a half if you are constantly working, which means if you wanted to become a millionaire in this game, you would have to work nonstop for 28 hours. But I will not be doing that. At least not right now, because we have enough money for the penthouse. So I drove to the tallest building, located my humble shack, and purchased the A-list penthouse. Oh my gosh, I'm in it. This place is gorgeous. Okay, so you can go outside and oh wow, up these stairs. I've got a pool. Oh my gosh, look at me, I'm on my rooftop pool. Then there's this room over here. There's a balcony with an amazing view. And there's this bedroom downstairs, which means I can finally rest my aching bones because we completed our first goal of making $50,000. So let's look at what's next. Goal 2 is decking out the penthouse with decor and furniture. Goal number 3 is to find and finish all 16 jobs. And lastly, we gotta buy that vacation house because this is a lot of work. I checked our jobs page and it looks like fortune telling is trading. So I made my way to Phaedra's and this job was literally so chill. I just had to drink tea and change the color of the lights. Like what? Then at night I went to decorate my house and now I've got a kitchen. I added some lights throughout the living room. I made a laundry room and I added in a cozy floor. So this was looking pretty dope. Goal number 2? Check. A cool thing about this game is that it's filled with random players. So me and this Spider-Man guy got into this epic snowball fight with this driver and I jumped in his car. Bruh. Then we both lined up for a race, and this was literally the most epic street race ever because he had a way faster car and I wouldn't let him pass me. Then he hit a tree! 2,000 credits? I was stoked, but then when I saw this modern mansion, it again reminded me of my desire for that vacation house. But I literally had like no money after decking out the penthouse, and I still have 4 more jobs to find. So, back to the grind. If you head downstairs at the bank, you can find Flatfoot, and she'll hire you as a security officer where you can reset security systems, hand out citations, and tell people what to do using a megaphone. It's a pretty awesome job. To become a professor, you have to find Raven at the academy, and he's located at the top of all these stairs. It literally took me forever to find him. He gives you the job of marking up homework and giving a random student a detention slip, so that's kinda rude. I quickly left that job and went to find Sizzle Sergeant on the pier, and he gave me the courier job. All I had to do though was just deliver something to Beef Boss, and once I did that, only 1 job remained. I found this sly little fox. Again, after looking forever, I don't know why this guy was so hard to find. Phoenix, and he literally told me to go steal something. Coffee. isn't this stuff usually just complimentary anyways? Just to be safe, I did hide in this dumpster to make sure the ops weren't on me. And holy smokes, guys, we just completed all 16 jobs. I went back to Hellseas and served up some boba until I had enough money, and then I found this super luxe private island to build my celebrity modern mansion on. And what do you think of my new beach house? Let me know in the comments, and hopefully this video gave you some ideas on how to enhance your brick life experience. Like I said though, there's so much potential for this game, and I'm very excited to see what updates come to it next. Keep in mind the developers are closely listening to the community, so if there's things you'd like to see added, let me know in the comments and we'll see if we can't get it done. In the meantime though, go check out the game, and thanks for watching.